you were on the receiving end of this. You were the engineer and the recruiter did this to you.
Correct.
And you're trying to make it as accurate as possible to how this was in real life.
100%.
Just so the people know, you're not making this up. You're not doing this to be dramatic. This is exactly how it happened to your memory.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Here we go.
All right. Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm going to go for a walk pretty soon. The day's just wrapping up. How are you doing?
I'm having a great day. Glad to hear things are going well for you. Well, I mean, I'm glad we got you to this stage in the process. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great. I really like the team. I think Willie has a lot of cool projects, and a lot of the people that I met seem to be really smart. So I'm excited to hear more.
Absolutely. And on that note, I mean, I guess I'd just be curious, what are your expectations come package wise?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm glad you asked. For me, compensation is not my top priority. My top priority is finding the right fit. And for me, that's about learning and growth.
That's one of the things we appreciate about candidates like yourself is the focus on fit and growth. And at the same time, we want to make sure that we're being fair in the ways in which we deal with our candidates. So I'd just be curious, just what range are you around and what are you thinking?
You know what? I'm going to defer to Amazon on this as having a lot more data than I do in terms of what engineers like me make right now in the market. Amazon has the expertise here, and I trust Amazon's going to make a fair offer.
Well, Amazon does have a great amount of data. And at the same time, every candidate is unique, every position is tailored and specific to the candidate. So realistically speaking, I would want you to be able to be a partner in this decision-making process. So just thinking through that particular lens, just ballpark a number for me.
If I had one, I would give you one. I mean, I have a whole spreadsheet where I try to figure this out, after the company makes an offer, but it's really complicated. It's like what the benefits would be and if there's 401k matching. So it's really hard to say off the top of my head what a number would be without knowing a lot more information.
Actually, that makes sense. And I appreciate that. I also have to be in this particular context. I just want to make sure that you understand that I am your advocate. And as your advocate, it's my job to go out there and fight for what you want. But, Kevin, I really just can't do that unless I have some sense of what it is you're looking for. I don't want to show up to the advocacy table with no information. So would you mind just giving me a little bit more context? I see you said you've been looking through some calculations you made yourself. So what numbers loosely would you be able to offer me?
Well, I am really glad that you are my advocate. And I would love it if you went to your comp team and told them that I'm super excited about Amazon. And if you make me your best offer, I'll give it my best consideration.
Well, what's great about that is not everybody at Amazon is as wonderful as I am, Kevin. The comp team, would love to hear that, but they're also like hard, concrete numbers. So I know this might feel a bit pushy, but realistically speaking, I'm out here fighting for you, Kevin. So it's whatever you need. So, just thinking about what would make us both happy, what number should we go out and give them?
Like I said, I'm really excited about this opportunity, and I trust Amazon's going to make a fair offer, and we can go from there. So I look forward to hearing the best offer Amazon can do.
You know what? I hear you. And I also just to add a little more to this, I would say, that at some point I'm going to need that information because realistically speaking, we can't really build this for you, Kevin, unless you allow us to. So, I hear you and I'm there with you. I am your advocate. I will fight for you. And, I need numbers to fight. So
I trust that you can get this done and we can iterate it on it a second time if need be. I trust that you're my advocate. You're going to do the best you can to get me a great offer, and then we'll go from there.
Quick question for you, Kevin. What does trust mean to you?
Trust is a mutual understanding.
Great. And I feel like we're coming to mutual understanding that there is a number you have in your head and that I'm going to take that number and send it up on the food chain. So really quickly, Kevin, in the spirit of trust, what's that number?
If I had one, I'd give it to you, but I don't.
Sounds good, Kevin. But I want you to go ahead and keep thinking about it. We'll have more calls, and I'm going to be checking in on you. So, you take that time and you figure out what that number or what that range might be for you. I trust your skills. I trust your ability to come back to us with something concrete that we can work with.
All right.
All right. There you go.
Please tell the people how accurate and real this was so they can understand, please.
Well, that was actually really light. The person I was on the call with was way more aggressive than that.
I think they said something like, I can either be on your team or against you.
Yes, that was the line.
They pushed back 9 times to hear a number, and the passive aggression was strong with this one.
Oh, yes.
Man, yeah. The chat was lighting up as if it was like unbelievable, but really, I think it was probably worse in your case. I think the recruiter was probably more heinous.
Oh, definitely. And they seem to be enjoying it too. So, I mean, it's part of their job.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I will say there was a piece of advice you gave that I thought was super relevant. Mm-hmm. When I started getting frustrated with the process, and you said, just for the sake of perspective, you have to remember they might give you everything you're looking for, and you still go with another team or another offer. So even though it feels aggressive and even though it feels in your face, and it's passive aggressive, it's all of those things, they are also just doing their particular role, and it's up to you to be able to engage with it in a healthy way.
Yeah, man. It's just a big game.
Yeah.
Cool, man. All right. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. All right.